December 3rd. And this is part 2 because I don't know what happened, but I had left off on Libra, okay? And this is for all signs for December, okay? And some will go, messages will be going into 2026. So let me see. What's the message of Libra? Ooh, Libra. I tried to fly out. What's the message for Libra? What's the message for Libra? Huh. Wow, Libra. Because you know what? What flew out, what was trying to fly out, and Libra, you're going to be happier if you give less. I'm gonna show you the card, okay? But you're gonna be happier because you're gonna be listening to music. Music's gonna soothe the soul, honey. You're gonna be just happy as a clam. Happy as a clam. It heals wounds, makes you forget when people doing things may not even have your best interest at heart, praying for you wrong, trying to put magic and things on you to confuse you, make you forget, make you feel unworthy, make you feel out of touch, like you don't know what you're doing. But trust and believe, Libras. Stay prayed up, honey. And look, have faith came out. Do you hear what I'm saying? Have faith and believe who is in control, honey. Remove those doubts from your mind, from your spirit. Be ready to step into blessings that are coming your way. And for some, you may have already received it. And for others, you may not be receiving it because of what you're doing to others. And you know who you are. But for Libras, be nice, but not too nice. Okay? Because everybody, they don't deserve your kindness. But the other thing about it is you ain't got to become them. You ain't got to become nasty. You ain't got to become so disrespectful where you trying to sabotage somebody, hurt somebody, pretend to be somebody. You ain't got to do that, Libras. Because this don't resonate with all Libras. Come on, man. What other messages need to come out for Libras? Give less, music, have faith, and blank being nice. You know what? I don't know if some of y'all are going to be taking up photography or something, but I want y'all to be mindful because people be taking pictures and you don't know who be lurking and what they be doing with those pictures, okay? So be mindful. And if you see them, you can just say, don't take no picture of me. Don't record me. You didn't, in other words, you didn't get my permission. Because some you're not going to mind taking pictures of you and recording. But some, they could be doctoring those videos, those pictures. Listen, trying to print them out and pretend that they them. And be you, and it's not you, honey. Not in today's time. Be careful. Be careful. But for other Libras, there might be thorns thrown at you. That's why you're giving less. Okay? You might be passionately in love and receiving roses. It could be from someone who's short. It could be from a love that was shortened. It could just be from someone who loves you so passionately. They don't know what to do without thee. Because when they first encountered you, you was that love that just made them. Please excuse me for a second. It was that love, y'all, that made you forget where you were, what you was doing, what you was supposed to be doing, honey. Oh, man. And you still crushing on them, baby. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you will, honey. It's that real love. It's like, I heard Johnny Gill talking about it would be you. And it could be you. And if for some, it's just sorry, it ain't you. I'm sorry, y'all. well, I'm sorry. Ah, it couldn't be you, honey. Because all you do to people, you ain't my kind. And you may have used tarot or magic to get me in your life, honey. And for some people, they not down with that, honey. They're not down with you trying to make them have sex and do all this crazy stuff with people. No. And then for some, you might be saying, I'm sorry. And for some, you might be receiving, I'm sorry, from someone who's in regret, okay? Who probably had to do some shadow work and still does, all right? But what I would tell you is follow your intuition this December. Be careful. Be mindful, okay? Don't be in a rush, okay? Everything happens according to his plan. Libras. What's the message for Libra? You know, got that last few messages, you know, for December going into 2026. What's the full message? Okay, Libras. Wow. For some of y'all, you're going to need to take responsibility for your actions, okay? Who this resonates with. Because you got some pretending to be Libras and they're not. And then you got some who are doing things to you, Libras, and they need to take responsibility. But if it's something you did, you made a mistake, or you're like, you know what, I had coffee this morning and I shouldn't have. So I'm going to take responsibility for my actions. If I have to go to bed, I'm going to go. But if somebody's making me, that's them need to take responsibility. But I'm going to go ahead and go instead of trying to hold it. Okay? That's a good example. Calm is not a weakness. It's okay to be calm. You ain't got to be ratchet. You ain't got to be cussing them out. And sometimes you don't have to be going off when they're going off. Okay? Appreciate your talents because you are talented. And for those who are not, tap into your talents and see what they are. And know your truth. You know who you are. Know what's you, what's not you. Okay? And like, for example, like if something's on me and I'm not feeling like, I felt it while I was in this reading, but I didn't say it. And I would say, it felt like somebody was trying to put something on my mind. Trying to confuse me, make me, that's what it felt like. And I had to take a deep breath and I had to say, you know what? Okay. Let me regroup. And Libras, I'm sending you love and light. Let me see who's next. What sign is next? Come on, what sign is next? Oh, Taurus in the house, honey. Okay, Taurus. What we got, Taurus? What's the message for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? What's the message for Taurus? Taurus, what's the message for December? Taurus, look at that. You need sleep and rest. What y'all been doing? You tired? You need to get sleep and rest. You need to let your body just rest and don't feel guilty about it. Okay? Okay? Don't be in such a rush to get up so quick. Okay? Take your time. Okay? And it don't have to just be on a train. It could just be, you go to school, come home, take a nap. Or if you're in school and you're younger, take a nap. Okay? But if you're working hard, come home, take a nap. Okay? And instead of planning to do something every weekend, just rest on a Saturday or a Sunday. Some of y'all need rest more than you think. Listen to your body. Ask your angels. Whatever questions you have or whatever you wondering about, ask your angels. And they can support you. Everybody has an angel. Okay? And for some of y'all, maybe this is why you need rest. Some of y'all might be obsessed with some things and you need to put it down. Maybe less time eating chocolate, less time worrying about other people's business, and you should worry about your own, and this is for adults, because some people like to apply it to children, and it does not, okay? And some people, y'all obsessed with people and situations, and y'all doing too much, and you causing too much mess. But timing is everything, okay? Even trying to disrupt people's internet, okay? And tablets and computers and phones and stuff like that. And it comes back on you, okay? But for those of you who are being impacted, and release any doubt that it's not going to stop. You may have been here before where you've seen where this, you can say, this town, this state, this country has been in a mess because of person or persons. But trust and believe in your own strength that you can get through this. And if you're just, you know, at work struggling or something, or in school, just something maybe on your mind, release any doubt that you can't get through it, that you can't work through it, okay? What message need to come through for Taurus at this time? What message need to come through for Taurus at this time? Sleep, rest, action, anger, exception, release. Ooh. Balance. Key. You know, there might be key people who are causing you to need rest. They might be the core of the problem, okay? And you need to pass on by them, but be mindful where you put your keys too. But make sure you hold on to your car keys and your home keys, okay? Because it's someone who has unfinished business, you know, or someone who has baggage trying to get to yours, okay? That's what I'm getting. Be firm in your decisions. Be wide awake. That's why you need to be rested, okay? And make sure you're taking showers and you're clean, okay? You know, it's funny I said that because breakup came. You know, for some of y'all, you might need to be waking up from a relationship that you walked away from, that ended. And some people get depressed, they don't want to clean themselves. You need to take a shower. You need to get back up on the horse, honey, and know that a breakup is not the end all be all, honey. Okay? Okay? Be firm. If you broke up for a reason. You don't need to go back. Okay? And somebody might have unfinished business with you. And if they have a key to your house, take it. Okay? But for others that it resonates with, make sure you're getting sleep. And remember, this December, if you're going to parties, don't drink and drive. You know, don't cause somebody else a loss. You know, and if you're doing wrong, it's time for you to get right. Okay? And for others, enjoy your time in December with the one you love. And I mean enjoy it. Okay? And you got to limit some things with people. Everybody ain't got to be up in your business. I can't remember the song right now, but what's the message for Taurus? 2026. What's the message? Ooh, kindness counts, Taurus. Yeah, kindness counts. And be yourself. Be yourself, and kindness counts. And Taurus, I'm sending you love and light. Okay. Oops, sorry. Let me see something here. Oops. I should have put these in here. Should have. Oh, okay. These I want to keep in here. Oh, yeah, okay. What's the next sign I need to read on? What's the next sign I need to read on? What's the next sign that's going to come out this time? Let's see. Aries. Look at that. Aries. Okay, Aries. What's the message for Aries? What's this one? I'm sorry. Third eye. What's the message for Aries? What is the message for Aries? What's the message for Aries? What's the message for Aries? What's the message? Ooh, whoa! For Aries. Dang, Aries. Ooh, Aries, ask your angels if something on your mind and heart. If you need additional support, ask them when it comes to what you should do, how you should do it. They're there, they're listening. Okay. For some of you that's doing wrong, the angels may not be listening to you. Okay. So be mindful of your conduct. Okay, and what you're doing to others or to yourself. Okay. Angels don't have to answer you. especially if you're not doing right, because they don't want to be a part of your mess. But know that you were born to stand out. Some you may not fit in, but for some, be proud of your individuality, especially if you write. You know, you're the right person, a good person. Okay, somebody else who might maybe be a boss or something like that. You know, they say stand in your own power. No, don't be abusive when it comes to your power. Okay, don't do that. You know, don't allow it to rule your life and rule others. You know, and you may need to challenge yourself because you just may be doing too much. You may have done too much, and you may have taken responsibility all on your own and be willing to delegate. But challenge yourself to do better. But I'm gonna let this one do that or this one do that, and don't set limits on yourself and what you can and cannot do. But release the expectations too. Don't focus too much on money or your dreams, because for some of y'all, abundance will come at the right time. For some of y'all, that's not even a question or an issue. So it's who it resonates with. Okay, it's who it resonates with. Understand it. Okay, and for some of y'all, give more. Give a little bit more in the cup. Okay, give a little bit more in the cup. What other messages need to come at this time for Aries that it resonates with? Oops. What other messages need to come at this time? Ask your angels, born to stand out, challenge yourself, and release expectations for Aries. What other messages need to come at this time? Hidden truths. Some of y'all got secrets. Some of y'all got things that are hidden. But you know what? Whatever you're doing, for the ones who are doing wrong, it's going to come to light. You think you're getting away with stuff, and you're not. And this has been a crazy year. And if you're part of that crazy, you need to stop. Okay? You need to stop. You know, you need to think about, you need to look back over your life and how it's impacted people. Okay? And think about how you can do better. Okay? And then for others, you might be finding out those secrets and more things that have been hidden from you. Especially from those who are in camouflage. But for some, y'all might be going to different events, different amusement parks, or things of that nature. Okay? And some of y'all might just be performing. Y'all might be the one with the mask on. And you think people can't see you, but it might be coming off. So those things that are in secret are going to come out. But for others, it don't apply to you. But the best part is that rest. Some of y'all might need rest. You may need a pause. And even going away might give you the opportunity to rejuvenate, to recharge. Okay? And just for some of y'all, it could just be going on the patio and having breakfast or coffee. Okay? But the messages will come. The messages will come. You know? And make sure you tap into, make sure you keep a log of your phone numbers and stuff like that. You know, because some people are still trying to get your numbers. Some people are still trying to get your 411. Okay? But communication will come. Okay? And for those who messing up people, emails and things of that nature, it comes back on you. And you need to stop. You really need to stop. You really need to stop. You're going into 2026. And it's going to be a better year for some. But for some it don't resonate with, you still doing dirty to people, I'm trying to tell you, it don't look good. It don't look promising for you. But it can always turn around. But for y'all who doing right, honey, challenge yourself to something new. Okay? And continue what you're doing. Being happy, loving, and doing right. And lead by example. Okay? Live your bliss, honey. Love outweighs fear. Good outweighs bad, honey. Okay? And for some of y'all, y'all gonna need a journey within. Especially the ones doing dirt. Okay? And I'm sending you love and light. Taurus. Yeah. What's the next sign? What's the next sign that the message need to come? What's the next sign that the message need to come from? Gemini. And the best part of this, I think, the best part for me, I think what I'm going to do is, because I think it's not that many left. So bear with me, please. Okay? Exactly, it's not. I'm going to do like this. But Gemini is next. See that? Gemini. Yeah, there you go. What's the message for Gemini? Gemini, what's the next message? What's the next message for, ooh, Gemini. What's the next message for Gemini? I guess you're going to need to see the beauty in things. If you haven't, you need to. Okay? You're going to learn to find beauty in a lot more than you realize. I mean, take pause, take time, look around your environment. You may not just take it along. Take the scenic route versus the highway. And just look around and enjoy what's around you, especially this Christmas holiday. Especially this Christmas holiday. And wherever you go, see the beauty in things. If you take the train, the plane, just enjoy. Music, honey. You might be coming up with new music. You just might be listening to music, honey. And I was just telling Libra, December is your month for music, honey. Listen to it. And I always say rock out and enjoy it. And, you know, again, kindness counts, but sometimes people don't deserve your kindness. But be guided by logic, not their rationale. And if you don't want them to touch you, you know, please don't touch me. Okay? Because you never know what's on the hands. And sometimes it can be the Gemini doing it. Okay? So be mindful who you call friends. Be mindful of new people coming in. Okay? Be mindful of all that. And even though you're charming, it's a good thing. But understand there's some people who are not charming that this applies to. Okay? And they're not who they say they are. So sometimes you don't even gotta grab them and just say, can you please not touch me? Can you please not touch my stuff? Because, you know, nobody should be coming into your work office touching your stuff. No. Okay? Nobody should come into church. You know, even if they do altar call and that's holding hand, that's different. You still need to be mindful who hand you hold, honey, because you'll never know what's on it. You know, depending on what type of job you have, be mindful. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Be mindful. But this fell out. Give without expectations. Okay, just give. What message need to come for Gemini this time going into 2026? Abundance is your right, but for some it will come at the right time. For others, you're so busy taking from others, it ain't gonna come at the right time. It ain't no right time for you. Okay? What the right time is for you to do right, not wrong. Okay? What other messages need to come when it comes to see the beauty, music, kindness, and you are charming. And I don't mean to be so brutal, but for some Geminis, they are not good. See the beauty, music, kindness, and you are charming. See? Because for some Geminis, they need therapy because I don't mean no harm, but they sick in the head. Really. They killers, honey. So be mindful who you want to go on a date with, who you see as beautiful and pretty, honey. Because everything that is pretty ain't inside. You've been warned, Geminis. And I'm not talking about your wives, anything like that. But make sure your husband and wives got code words. Your friends got code words, honey. The one woman that you mess with, code word, honey. That's how you get them. Because I'm getting scary. Okay? Scary, honey. And even if you suspect something about them, keep quiet. Even if they trying to, like, coerce you into something. Don't go out like that this year. And if you're going to a party, something like that, make sure you don't drink and drive. Make sure if you go with somebody, you leave with them. If they get drunk, don't leave them. Okay? Make sure you know where your drink is, because they can slip something into your drink. And now other people are touching it. You know, they're doing these cocktails and putting, no, honey, you don't want that. And then sometimes if you suspect, okay? And then as you shop this holiday, be mindful, because that's where you might encounter them, okay? And sometimes someone can, you can just like smile. And you know, Kirk Franklin says just don't smile. Offer them a smile. Sometimes that's all people need, okay? And Gemini, I'm sending you love and light. What sign is next to get the message? Ooh, Pisces. Okay, Pisces in the house. Pisces. Pisces, what's going on this December? Pisces, are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for a break? It's Christmas holiday. Time to celebrate. Break out the music. Whatever your genre is. What's the message for Pisces for this December? Ooh, Pisces. Some of y'all need to get a reading. So you are clear on what's going on in your life. So you are clear on what's happening in your life. So you are clear on who's worth keeping in your life or holding at a distance. Okay? That's what I'm getting. But you'll gain more insight. Some of y'all really need to throw some stuff out, honey. Declutter. Because somebody has some things on it that, listen, you don't want to go to sleep at night and wake up with that stuff on you. Some of y'all need to throw away more things in your bedroom, in your house, and in your cards. Okay? And at work, if it's clean, you look around, see what else you need to throw away. Okay? And for some of y'all, kindness counts, but also be guided by logic. You know, you don't, people touching on you. Okay? You know, friends, yes, have code words. Okay? And people who act, you don't even need to get into, just keep them moving, huh? Sometimes silence can be the killer, huh? But you also may need to feel what you feel, because if you're the one acting irrational, excuse me, Pisces, then you have the right to feel what you feel. But remember that you also have a right to be happy, and you got to be mindful how you come at people. You got to be mindful of how things can escalate. You have to be mindful of what someone may put on you or have put on. And you may not be a tarot reader, but if you don't feel right, say, I do not feel right. You know, and I always say, seek him in the morning, honey. Talk to him so he can hear you. You know, and you know, I want you to be safe this Christmas. If you're going to a party, leave with your friends. If you're drinking, be mindful of how much you're drinking, and be mindful of your drink, okay? And make sure code words for the people invited, because it should be the right people, honey. And if it's not, y'all might need to change your venue or something like that. And just be mindful that you still can be respectful and be kind. And sometimes kindness, you can just smile. Okay? It don't require you having to get into it. And for some of y'all, you might need to pamper yourself. Pamper yourself. Okay? Because sometimes when you get that massage, or you get that facial, or you get that mani-pedi, it puts you in a better mood. Okay? And what's the messages that need to go on in your clutter? Feel what you feel. And kindness. What's the other message that need to go? Pisces. Ooh, Pisces. Ooh, Pisces. Ooh. Pisces, you might have been going through a breakup or walking away from a situation or a friendship. And it's okay. Okay? Don't feel bad about it. Because that person may need shadow work, therapy. Okay? And that might not be the right friend or the right person you was in a relationship or a marriage with. You know, who am I to say? But somebody's coming with roses, honey. Passionate love. Somebody's coming love bug. And what's funny is somebody misses you. Look at that. Somebody misses you. They miss you. They wait eagerly on you. And I am here for it. So, ready? So, what's the messages that need to come through for Pisces at this time? You know, this is for December going into 2026. What's the message that need to come through for Pisces? Pisces, you're here for a reason. And remember that. Everyone has value. Okay? So that's probably like just being mindful how you talk to people, that's all. And how you see things, you know, that's all. And Pisces, I'm sending you love and light. And you're gonna be all right. Yeah. What's the next sign? I'm just gonna do it like this. Not Aquarius. Aquarius, What's the message for Aquarius, honey? Let's see. What's the message for Aquarius? What's the message for Aquarius? What's the message for Aquarius? Aquarius, you might need to clear your energy on your homes. Or you run your cars or in your cars. What's the message for Aquarius? Yes. Oh, okay, Aquarius. Getting the, what you going? Get your hair cut, mani-pedi, shopping, look good. I ain't mad at you. Especially for December, it's Christmas year. You working, Christmas parties, enjoy yourself. But, see that but? Be mindful of who you're around. Because you won't enjoy yourself. Create a ritual, routine that works for you. Okay? Whether you're getting up, meditating, getting up, have something to drink, getting up, breakfast, or just taking a little bit more time to rest. But make sure you take a day to spoil yourself, or two. Maybe every other week. Don't forget that, because you matter. Okay? And this time is people just doing too much. That's why I feel what you feel. You see that? Get your facial. Do something you haven't done. And remember, you have the right to feel what you feel and be happy despite what they're doing to you. Okay? And the more you cleanse yourself, the more you do things that's going to be relaxing, the more you do things that prepare you, rest, meditation, prayer, exercise, whatever fits for you. You're going to love your journey. You're going to be happier. You'll be glowing. Your skin's going to be prettier. And you're going to go into a new year right, regardless of what. You're going to be right. What other messages need to come through for Aquarius at this time? For the rest of the other messages. Because there's some that have created rituals that they are no good. They are rotten to the core, honey. Okay? And they trying to get good, Aquarius. And they trying to pretend they're something else. Okay? And all these things are not helping them because they're too busy doing magic on people, what that looks like. Okay? They're too busy burning people. They're too busy trying to put, I say, poison on people. Okay? What other message need to come through regarding love your journey, ritual, glow up, feel what you feel for Aquarius? The other message need to come through. Independent. For some of y'all, y'all going to be free from situations and people. Okay? More leading, taking charge. Okay? For some of y'all. For some of y'all, you're going to be solving puzzles. There might be some confusion for some of y'all. And that's why I said for some of those Aquarius that are doing the magic stuff and like that, that ritual you're doing on people, it's going to come back on you. Okay? People might think they don't know what's going on, but you will learn. Again, be mindful. This keep coming up. Be mindful who you're around. Be mindful who's taking pictures of you, wherever you are, what they're using those pictures for. Be mindful of the pictures on your phone. People trying to get your phone, take pictures of. You don't never know what they're doing with them. Be mindful. And I mean be mindful. I can't say that enough. Because there's some sick people out here. But the messages, Aquarius, are going to come for you too. They think they savvy in, technology. But for some, no. Okay? And I'm sending you love and light. Okay? I'm sending you love and light. Yeah. Sagittarius next. What's the message for Sagittarius? Let me see if I can finish this. What's the message for Sagittarius? What is the message for Sagittarius? I did one for Sagittarius. Ooh, Sagittarius, y'all go on vacation? Ain't nothing else to say. Go on. But you don't need to be expensive. Okay? You can do it simple. But you're going to have an awakening for some of y'all. You're going to be celebrating this holiday. Be safe with it. Don't drink and drive. Be mindful who's at your celebrations or celebrations you're going to. Because some might have a mask on that need to come off. Make sure you got code words for the people that you invited. Okay? What other messages need to come through for Sagittarius? Awakening. Ooh, simplification. Wow. Be firm. You're that wide awake. You're gonna be wide awake. Miracles, honey. Dreams come true. You're gonna get what you want. Okay? You're gonna be reflecting, looking back over your past. And on the bottom, I have, some of y'all going to be independent and leading by example. Okay? And I'm so sorry. This is going to be for Aquarius. You're here for a reason, because I forgot to give them that at the end, okay? And then for Sagittarius, and I'm so sorry, Aquarius, because you never know what's on you. Let go of ego, Sagittarius, okay? Let go of ego. And then last is Scorpio, because that was Sagittarius. Scorpio. And for Scorpio, what you got? Scorpio, let's see. What's the message for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? Soulmate. Look at that. Love your journey. Speak up. Whatever you hold inside, speak up. Hey, look at that, Scorpio. Some of y'all gonna be taking vacation. Look at you and Sagittarius going away. I ain't mad at you, honey. Okay? And be careful, because my thing just got what you call. So be careful wherever you go, who you tell. Okay? Do it in private and have code words. What's the message for Scorpio? Love your journey, speak up. Soulmate. Go on vacation and take a vacation. Oh, security packs. They might be gone. They might not need to go. Okay? Sunset. Lost loved one. Memories. Wherever you go, you have a pretty sunset and you're in love and enjoying yourself and loving your journey. Okay? There's some past people who need to be forgotten, especially old friends who are toxic. You need to let them go, honey. And be mindful of your keys, okay? Because also when you let them go, you'll be made aware of the core. They were the core of the problems. People you need to pass on by. Pass on by. And for you, Scorpio, what is the message for you? Oh, going into September. Scorpio, worry is a wasted emotion, okay? And take responsibility for your action. All these flew out, and I'm just going to give it to you. Follow the golden rule and stay open-minded. And Scorpio, I'm sending you love and light.